Hello there, my feathered and scaly friends. You know, if we combine all the classes in B block together with your feathers and your scales, you would make a velociraptor. Because, you know, velociraptors are now supposedly having feathers and stuff. So if you combined your powers, you could be raptors and be awesome. But that's not what today's topic is about. We're not talking about raptors, obviously. But as you guys know, this week, we are starting our discussions and learnings on the elements of drama. If you remember what I explained to you in our drama lessons, the elements of drama are the building blocks, or kind of like the skeleton that makes up the drama that we watch and make ourselves. So as you can remember, I've shown this to you earlier on in the week. So the elements of drama, we've got the human context, roles, relationships, and situations, which are driven by dramatic tension, which are directed by focus. We have time, place, language, movement, mood, and symbols. And altogether that creates dramatic meaning. Meaning we're watching these elements come into play and the drama makes sense. So these are your backbones. This is your skeleton for creating good drama. And dramatic tension bones are connected to the roles and relationship bones, and the focus is connected to the dramatic tension bones. So this week we are looking at specifically roles and relationships. Now, if you remember from our discussions, when we're discussing role in drama, it means we are taking on a different personality. We're taking on the role of the character that we're portraying. So we're no longer being ourselves. We are being other people. We are walking and talking and acting just as that other person would be acting and talking. For example, it's alive! I'm Batman. I want to suck your blood. Hello, I wish to book a flight with the Blue Virgin. In Australia, do you have these, wie sagt man das, squirrel? I cannot wait to come and visit you. It's scary. How do you turn this thing on? What? You're saying it's recording? What? How do I know that it's kids today, they spend too much time on this technology, and back in my day, we didn't have these new fangled contraptions like computers. I'm still being recorded. What? So as you can see in all of those examples, I was being completely different people. You know that it wasn't me because I was putting on different voices and my facial expressions and my movements were completely different. I was taking on a role. Relationships has to do with what the characters are in relationship to each other. Do they like each other? Are they friends? Are they enemies? Is one person have more control over the other? For example, is there a parent and child relationship? Parent has more control over the child. Is it a teacher-student? The teacher has more power over the student. Are they lovers? Are they in love? Or do they hate each other? So it's whoever they are in relationship to each other. That relation causes dramatic tension. Well, one of the 4 dramatic tensions that we'll be looking at next week. So keep that in mind, signpost that. Basically, without characters, there can be no drama. And without some sort of relationship to each other, there's no drama, there's no action, there's no story. So you need to have that roles and relationships. As you can see, there is a reason why roles and relationships are at the top of the list, because that is how all drama is structured. Without the characters and without their relationships to each other, there can be no storyline. and situations is to do with the place, the setting. Where are these characters and what are they doing? So that could be, you know, in a shopping mall or at a wedding or at a birthday party or in a classroom, whatever the setting is, that is your situation. So in drama class, we played games to help you understand how roles and relationships work. One of those games was the game Bus Stop, where one person was sitting at the bus stop bench and the other person in character, so not being themselves, had to try and convince the other character to move off the bus stop. So you had two characters, their relationship, they were complete strangers to each other, and the other character's motivation was to try and get the other character to move off the seat. We also played Colombian hypnosis, which is the game where you had your hand in front of other people's noses, and that demonstrated that power relationship, that kind of relationship between characters where one has more control or power over the other. Because you had a leader, someone leading with the hand, and the person following the nose. So what will you be doing today? Share screen. How embarrassing, you saw me fiddling around with the screen there. I thought I'd paused it by that point. All right, what we will be doing, what you'll be doing with the classroom teacher is having a look at this picture. Your classroom teacher will have a copy of this in front of you. Who are these people? What is their role? What is their relationship to each other? What situation is happening? What has brought all of these characters together to this point? Your job in groups of 6 is to brainstorm and come up with an idea of a story about these characters. What is their background story? What is their relationship to each other? And then in front of the class, you will each take turns in your groups of 6 to act out a scene that explains these characters and their relationship to each other, their roles and relationships. All right. Right, I'm going to leave you to that now. Have fun with it. I can't wait to hear your feedback on how you go with this activity. I'd love to hear the stories that you've come up with. Once again, feel free to ask me any questions in person, or you can add comments under this video. If your teacher allows you to, you can write some questions down if you have any, and I'll try and answer them in next week's class. Thank you. Have fun doing the activity, and I'll see you next week. And the place and time bones are connected to the focus bones, and the language and movement bones are connected to the place and time bones, and the mood and symbol bones are connected to the language and movement bones, and they all make dramatic meaning. All right, this is scene. Okay, I forgot to mention with the whole German tourist thing when I was taking on that character, this is an actual fact. The most difficult word to say in the German language is squirrel. So in German, it's Eichhörnchen, which is really difficult. You have to take a lot of practice trying to pronounce it in German. And vice versa, Germans actually find it very difficult to say the word squirrel. So it's interesting there. So that is an actual thing. So I wasn't trying to make fun of German people. They really can't pronounce squirrel properly. They have difficulty. And we have difficulty saying it in their language too. Also, all the V's, when they try to speak English, some of them who have the really thick German accents, that when we have letters with the letter V, they pronounce it like it's a W, like a W. That's why they say, well, I'd like to come and visit you. Yeah, it's really cute and funny. But yeah, I thought I'd better explain that so that you know I wasn't really making fun of them. It's just true. #fact. Okay, bye once again.